what if the biggest villain in Silo was never really the villain? What if the man everyone believed was dead had been secretly preparing to save the entire Silo? And what if the ruthless enforcer we all love to hate had actually been risking everything behind the scenes? Episode 5 of Silo Season 3 doesn't just answer questions, it completely changes the way we see the story. Characters we thought we understood suddenly become far more complicated, old mysteries finally begin connecting, and a hidden conspiracy starts revealing just how dangerous the algorithm really is. But as shocking as Bernard's survival is, that's only the beginning, because by the end of this episode, Juliette remembers something that could decide the fate of every Silo. Episode 5 picks up immediately after one of the biggest cliffhangers of the season. Juliette has finally reached the mysterious underground chamber beneath the Digger Void, only to discover something impossible. Bernard Holland is alive. Just a short time ago, everyone believed Bernard had died after the fire. His body was supposedly taken away and cremated. Even Robert Sims confirmed it. So how could Bernard possibly be standing here? Before the episode answers that question, it cleverly takes us back in time, showing us the events from a completely different perspective. And that's where everything begins to change. The flashback throws us back into the chaos following Juliette's return from outside. She and Bernard are trapped inside the burning chamber while alarms echo throughout the Silo. Everyone watching believes they're already dead. The chamber is contaminated. The poison could still be inside. Opening those doors should be a death sentence, but Knox refuses to stand there and watch another person die. Without waiting for permission, he gathers Shirley, Billings, Hank, Teddy, and the engineers. Together, they make a decision that breaks decades of Silo protocol. They force the chamber open. It's an incredible moment because it represents something the Silo hasn't seen in a long time. Ordinary people choosing humanity over fear. Every person pushing against that massive door knows they might be exposing themselves to deadly toxins, but they do it anyway. That's what makes the scene so powerful. For years, fear has controlled everyone living underground. This time, hope wins. When the doors finally swing open, Juliette is still alive. Barely. Bernard survives too, though his injuries are far more severe. Both are rushed toward medical while the people watching begin realizing something impossible has happened. Juliette didn't just survive the outside world. She came back, and that changes everything. While Juliette fights for her life, another battle is happening inside the vault. Camille Sims has officially become the new head of IT. With Bernard gone, she's inherited responsibilities far beyond what anyone imagined. For the first time, she hears the mysterious voice that has secretly guided every head of IT before her. The algorithm. It's calm, emotionless, cold. It doesn't celebrate Bernard's death. It doesn't ask how the Silo is recovering. Instead, it immediately starts calculating threats. Its orders couldn't be clearer. Juliette must die. Bernard must die. Lucas must die. Anyone who knows too much becomes expendable. This is one of the episode's most revealing moments because it finally exposes the algorithm's priorities. It isn't trying to protect people, it's trying to protect information. That difference changes the entire story. One of the most fascinating parts of episode 5 is Robert Sims. For 3 seasons, he's been one of the Silo's most feared figures. He's enforced impossible laws, hunted rebels, protected Bernard without question. Naturally, viewers assumed he would obey these new orders as well. At first, it certainly looks that way. Robert walks toward Bernard carrying plastic sheets. The atmosphere is tense. Bernard can barely speak. He's covered in burns. He's helpless. For a few terrifying seconds, it seems Robert is about to finish what the fire started. But then, everything changes. Instead of sealing Bernard's fate, Robert quietly creates a small opening so Bernard can breathe. It's subtle, almost invisible, and that's exactly what makes it brilliant. What appears to be a body prepared for cremation is actually a man being smuggled to safety. Robert isn't following the algorithm anymore. He's outsmarting it. The deception is incredibly risky. Bernard is transported through the Silo inside what everyone believes is a corpse bag. Porters carry him toward the incinerator. No one suspects a thing. But before the journey reaches its final destination, Walker and Carla secretly intercept the body. Instead of burning Bernard, they hide him deep inside the abandoned Digger Void, the very place Juliette eventually discovers him. Looking back, it's one of those twists that makes perfect sense once all the missing pieces fall into place. Nothing happened by accident. Every move was carefully planned. Every risk depended on absolute secrecy. If even one person had talked, everything would have fallen apart. This is where episode 5 quietly transforms Robert Sims into one of the season's most interesting characters. For years, he believed the silo's rules existed for a reason. Order mattered, stability mattered. But somewhere along the way, he realized something terrifying. The algorithm wasn't protecting people. It was sacrificing people to preserve control. That's a line Robert could no longer cross. Does this erase everything terrible he's done in the past? Not at all. And thankfully, the episode never asks us to forget those actions. Instead, it asks a more interesting question. Can someone who helped build a broken system also become the person who helps destroy it? That's exactly the journey Robert seems to be beginning. And before this episode is over, he's going to make another decision that changes Juliette's future forever.
Just when Robert's true intentions become clear, another mystery takes center stage. Juliette is alive, but she's forgetting everything. The memory suppression drugs are doing exactly what they were designed to do. Not only are they erasing what happened in Silo 17, they're slowly wiping away Juliette's entire identity. That's when Bernard reveals one of the biggest secrets in Silo. The reason relics are forbidden isn't because they're dangerous objects. They're dangerous because they preserve memories. According to the Order, emotionally significant items can break through the effects of the memory drugs. Realizing this, Robert secretly replaces Juliette's medication with harmless pills and gathers relics connected to her past. One by one, familiar objects are placed before her. Nothing happens. Hope begins to fade. Then, a small keepsake from George finally reaches Juliette's hands. In an instant, the memories come rushing back. She remembers George. She remembers Silo 17. And most importantly, she remembers the safeguard protocol. But what she remembers next changes everything. Juliette finally reveals that the deadly poison isn't unstoppable. It travels through a hidden system connected to Judicial on level 14. For the first time, the Resistance has a real target. Meanwhile, Sheriff Billings uncovers another terrifying truth while investigating Orla's murder. Critical supply, the warehouse holding the silo's irreplaceable equipment, is being robbed. Essential grow lights, machinery, and survival equipment are disappearing. There are only 2 years of supplies left. Even if Juliette stops the safeguard, the silo could still collapse from within. At the same time, Bernard, Walker, Knox, Shirley, and Robert form an uneasy alliance. Former enemies are forced to work together because they all realize one thing. The real enemy isn't each other. It's the algorithm. But while hope begins to grow inside the silo, danger is building somewhere else. The episode's final moments shift back to Daniel and Helen. Their investigation into the Iran mission has uncovered a powerful name, Per Stenson, a lethal supporter of AI-controlled technology. Before they can meet a secret source, something impossible happens. Their rental van suddenly changes direction. Daniel isn't steering. Helen isn't touching the controls. Someone, or something, has taken over the vehicle. The scene strongly suggests that AI was already capable of controlling connected machines long before the silos were built. It mirrors exactly how the algorithm controls life inside the underground cities. This raises a chilling possibility. The algorithm wasn't created inside the silos. The silos may have been created to serve the algorithm. That revelation completely changes how we view the series. Episode 5 transforms Robert from an enemy into a reluctant hero, reveals Bernard's hidden mission, restores Juliette's memories, and hints that humanity's greatest enemy may not be the toxic world outside, but the artificial intelligence quietly controlling every decision underground. With the safeguard still active, critical supply running out, and the AI mystery growing larger than ever, the battle for humanity's future has only just begun.